Have you ever thought why it is important to define and explain your terms in the process of writing a paper or even a longer book project? I find that it's highly important, and let's explore what the reasons are. So, there are two main reasons for which you want to define and clearly explain the theoretical terms that you're using in a paper. One simply is that if someone who is not very well versed with theory, like an undergraduate student, if they're reading your paper and you are using technical terms, let's say, for example, Frederick Jameson's ideology, and you use it without even a hint at explaining it or pointing out what do you understand of the concept, the uninitiated students would be perplexed and they will not get deeply engaged with your paper unless they are exceptionally curious and look up the term. And even then, they won't be sure which particular connotation of that term are you using. So that's one main reason, because in the process of writing your research work, you also want it to be didactic so that the reader doesn't just learn about your argument, but the structuring, the theoretical framing of your argument also becomes evident to them. The second, and in my view, even more important reason is that when you use a theoretical term in a paper, you're already aware that there could be various connotations of it, that people could have argued for and against it, and that you do not know who is going to review your paper and where do they stand on that interpretation of the term. So when you clearly explain your understanding of any given term from theory, what you are pointing to is that you are aware of the debates about the term, but this is the specific understanding that you're employing and that you will be using in your paper. Now, what that does is when a reviewer reads your paper, and let's say maybe they are biased about how you're using the term subaltern, but when you specifically explain in the body of your paper that this is the particular understanding of the subaltern that you're employing in your paper, for example, I am not using Spivak's usage of the term, but Ranajit Goa's usage of the term as he explains it in this essay, right? Then the reader knows that not only do you know varied connotations of the term subaltern, you're using a specific one. And they can't even say in their comments that, oh, you use the term subaltern, but you didn't account for this, this, and this reading. Because you can add a footnote where you can point out that you are aware of other ways of reading the same term. So overall then, when you define your terms and explain them in your paper, it does two important things. It enables the less trained reader, an undergraduate student, or even a graduate student, to understand what exactly do you mean when you're employing a term, and then it teaches them how you use it. And for more sophisticated, advanced, and expert readers, what it does is it clearly shows them that not only do you know the term, but you're using a specific understanding of it. And in that way, any objections that they might have about your usage of a theoretical term, you've already incorporated an answer to those objections in your paper. Now, I do this for most of my longer and even shorter projects. And personally, I have found it to be really successful, and people have often told me that my explanation of the terms actually enables them to read my work better. But you be the best judge of your own work, but I thought I should share at least these insights with you and see how they might help you improve your academic and scholarly writing. That's it. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care. And as always, from me to you, peace and love.